Welcome back to Metroid Dread. So, I thought it'd be nice to point out we are currently at 6% item completion. When I said this game was large, I was not kidding. Buzzsaw. So we are currently in Dyran. We just came from Caterus. We were unable to do make any genuine progress in Caterus, so we moved over to Dyran. I'm gonna see what we can do here. You're too close. I can't properly react to you when you're right next to me. Crumbled ones. So I've mentioned it in a previous Metroid game. One of them, I'm not really sure. But gotcha. But the biggest thing that I want out of a Metroidvania is that sense of exploration. That's what I want. And what this means is not necessarily freedom. Okay, can't do anything up there. Yeah, this does not necessarily mean what I'm looking for is freedom. You can have a very linear game that still feels very explorative. One of the reasons I was less fond of Fusion is because they did a lot more guiding you around. You always had to go back to Adam to be told where to go next, and there was a decent amount of exploration along the way, but it was still always restricted to a degree. Because at one time or another, you were still always on a little mission from him. Either to get to him, or to get what he's telling you to do, or to get back. Hey, Postnaka here. I didn't actually complete my thought, but I thought it was an important thought that I wanted to have completed. In that this game runs you on a similarly straightforward path, but it leaves you to find and explore that path on your own. So it still feels very much like you're doing the exploring yourself. And for those of you who want a more non-linear adventure with sequence breaks and the such, those are in here too, and the devs have done absolutely nothing to discourage sequence breaking. There are even some neat Easter eggs like boss quick kills that you can get if you do. So I don't know what you are, but you don't work, so that's cool. Dark area. Ooh, No, I don't like it. And even though we've been on a relatively linear trip so far, it's still 100% got that sense of exploration. We weren't told to come over here to Dyran. We just ran through Caterus and went, I thought we were going to do something, but we can't, so I guess we're moving to Dyran. Like, it feels like every step I take is a step that I'm taking myself, because that's the step that is the next step that makes sense to me. Power this bad boy up. Alright, now what's alive and ready to kill us now that everything is turned on? Well, we can open this for one. Missile door. We still can't do anything down in this whole mess. Yeah, we were kind of restricted otherwise. So, okay. Hey, I like goodies. Can I have goodies? Look at this, a proper Chozo statue and everything. The wide beam. So this is straight up the spacer. This is just, it's the spacer. That's what it is. They took the name wide beam though from Fusion, so you can kind of assume that from this point on, they've just renamed the spacer to be the wide beam. And with the wide beam, we can shoot these doors open. Heck yeah! So we can't get down here, so we can't do that, even though I see the wide beam cover on it. There's this over here, which is a wide beam box. Let's go see what the story is with that. So the wide beam is... it is outright more powerful. It is outright more powerful, but it also makes it easier to... there we go. It also makes it easier to hit things, because you have a wider shot range. Okay, so we blow that up, that just gives us a passage so we can go this way now, so we don't have to run through over here if we just want to go up over here. Tiny thing, but a shortcut. Ooh. Oh, that's true. This is a crumble block. So we can't go back yet. So this is all we can do. Oh, boy. A whole new E.M.M.I. We're not even done with the old E.M.M.I. yet. Heck. Oh, boy. Oh, it's fast. Oh, it's heckin' fast. Open, 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 open. Okay, let's just get gone. Yeah, not a lot we could do in here. We mostly just ran away and then locked it behind a shutter. There may be some more stuff up here. There were some very obvious blocks right here. Whoop! Okay, blocks. I don't think there's anything we can do up here, but I just want to take a quick look. That shutter, if you get caught again, that shutter may also be another way to getting some distance. So, this E.M.M.I. is heckin' fast. Mostly just... it's gonna catch you if it starts chasing you. That's mostly what's going on here. Oh hey, but we just came down up here. This is back where we were before. Only we're above those pitfall blocks, so we can actually go back this way. So how do we get through this room? Okay, so there's a wide beam block over there. We can't really do much else. Go down here. You can hit me, can't you? I don't like you. Okay, 2 charge beam shots take them out, which is nice. On one hand, I would say It's weird how there's just conveniently a box that moves with the wide beam. But it's been established this is Chozo. This is an old Chozo base location something or other. And we've seen that power suits are at least vaguely commonplace. Especially among the people here. So, like, they probably use this crap. Probably had workers in that area that had the wide beam. That's just how they do their thing. Could be a level of clearance or something, like you have wide beam clearance, you can move the wide beam blocks. I mean, everything's changed a bit now to make this a little more labyrinthine. I can't really see somebody living here. But I don't know, look, it's been abandoned, crap happens. Alright! Okay, so, oh yeah, because this closed up, so we couldn't go back, but now we can move this. And if we go down that way, that just leads to that, so that's not actually leading us anywhere of value. But there's an E.M.M.I door and a wide beam cover, and that sure does look like it's leading to the central unit. Taking a quick look around otherwise. I'm not immediately seeing anything else that jumps out at me. Most everything over here looks like it's locked behind being very hot. And these. Number of areas in here I haven't really explored. Probably best to spend as little time as possible in the E.M.M.I areas. Yeah, nothing jumping out at me. So I guess we're going back in. So we're going in and we're going through there. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. I can't do anything up here. I can't do anything over here. I can't do anything over here. Where am I going? So I'm probably either going up over here. He's over there. Just don't come along the ceiling. It will be cool. You can leave. It's fine. Get on the ground because I think it takes less ion energy. I'm not actually sure. As long as you don't move, you're still quiet. So as soon as he left the room, I could have just turned it off. Energy doesn't recharge, though. And we got our ion energy back. Oh, heck. Come on, dude. Bots! So like I said, you actually get... Oh, we did it. Oh, yeah, there it was. I just had to go up. Yeah, so like I said, checkpointing is pretty good. If you get caught by the E.M.M.I, you're pretty much... More often than not, you're just dead. I wasn't sure if that E.M.M.I was going to stay on the ceiling or drop down. So I wasn't really sure which direction I should go, and that's why I got hit. Oh, I'm out of missiles. Heck. Gotcha. But the checkpointing is pretty good. You get sent back to wherever it is that you entered the E.M.M.I zone from. So you may be wondering why it is that we can just, like, touch that brain and absorb its energy and get this cannon. And that's actually our Metroid DNA. Recall, our Metroid DNA lets us absorb energy. That thing is very organic. Metroid can sap energy from organic things. And recall that Super Metroid. The infant Metroid latched onto Mother Brain, who had a stupid laser. Drug all the energy out of Mother Brain and then pooped all that energy into you. And that's when you got the Hyper Beam. It was the stupid laser. It was the energy that was in Mother Brain that transferred through the infant Metroid to you. That's where the Hyper Beam came from. We are now the Metroid. So we can just take... It's not the Hyper Beam here, it's the Omega Cannon. But it's effectively a Hyper Beam that we're yanking from this pseudo Mother Brain. I kind of like, as a brief note, that they actually make you open up that door every single time. And I like that because you don't have the need to use this very often. So you'll forget exactly how it works. But you have to know when you're going up against the E.M.M.I, and you are in a lot of danger when that's happening. So it's just a nice little... It's quick. It's not even a second thought. And it makes sense that, like, it doesn't feel arbitrary. It makes sense that, like, that's the barrier to get out of this room. This is an important room. Strong barrier. But it also serves as just a little bit of a refresher to go, okay, just giving you a chance to remember exactly how this thing works when you're getting ready to use it. Okay, speaking of which, when exactly am I going to use this thing? So, this thing knows exactly where I am. It's coming to me. I'm thinking one of the best bets is going to be... One of the best bets is going to be if I can lure it to the left side of here. Like, if it's coming up through here, I can lure it to the left side. Then run to the right, and then shoot it. That'll break the covering. That will not give me enough time to shoot its face, though. So we're going to want to do that, and then... I'm not sure. Maybe get down here? Also, if you die once you have the Omega Cannon, you get checkpointed right back to, Are you coming? Okay, there you are. Come on through. Exactly. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Can't aim worth a crap. But I think we got it. Got it! Gone! Okay, so I'm gonna get down here. There you are. You walk slow. And that's the E.M.M.I. Kind of a weird bit of loading there. And it's about time! The real funny thing is, because they gave you the slide, the Morph Ball hasn't really felt especially necessary. Whereas normally in a Metroid game, you, like, can't function until you get the Morph Ball. Oh yeah, you can see them. They're even building their suits and stuff there in the background. With their little cannons. So the neat thing about this, there used to be E.M.M.I doors in front of all of these. Maybe not in this room, but in other places. Like, I don't know, down here. I know for a fact there was one here. Once you destroy the E.M.M.I, all of the E.M.M.I doors go away, letting you use these E.M.M.I passages with your Morph Ball. There we go, we can make a shortcut there. Now, I talked before about how smooth this game controls, and I feel like Morph Ball integration is a huge part of that. There's just a button to morph. And to make it even smoother, the button to morph is your slide button. Which just makes sense. Hey, there's a low passageway I want to run through. I slide through it. Hey, there's a low passageway I want to run through, but I forgot to hold right. And then you just hit the button to go through. You can still duck and morph that way if you want to. But, like, you just have a button. And it's ever ready, super nice. You can also do stuff like that. Don't have to do anything fancy, you're just pushing against it, you hit jump. If you slide into a passageway, you will automatically morph. If, like, you wouldn't naturally finish your slide by the time you get out the other end of it. Not really sure I have a place to showcase that. And you even get little passageways that they like, you can even see here. Like, yeah, I slid through that. I didn't have to morph, so they don't morph you. And there are some passageways that you can do your little slide through or even climb through something that's a hole that's maybe chest high and get out the other side, and they just automatically unmorph you on the other side. Because they understand this space was one tile wide. Literally the only reason you morphed through this is because you had to. You want to keep running. They know that. Okay, so for a brief time, while we figure out what the heck we're doing, this door over here is locked. Yeah, okay, so that was destroyed. So our only way out is this over here. Got it. Cool, let's go. Oh, and cool. We've encountered these situations before. This is a learning moment. We've encountered these chest-high holes before, and we frustratingly found we couldn't climb through them. And they just dump you right here in front of one with a missile on the other side that you know you want. So they're teaching you here, no words teaching you, hey, you know, you can get that. And now remember, anytime you've seen these little chest-high holes, you can do that. You can wall jump. Why can't I wall jump? I don't want to wall jump. There. Anyway, we have a whole new door we can go through. We can also go down here. Oh, so going through here I think is going to drop you here. Maybe, possibly, perhaps. But if we wanted to, we could also go back, like, everywhere, really. We could run back here. We could go down here, go down this way. Yeah, that's one of the shutters. Go down this way, go through here, work our way down here. We could go through here, go down, back down here. Like, if we wanted to go back down here and go, hey, yeah, go do something with that, you could do that. Not really an immediate reason to, though I'm curious where this passage goes, because I kind of avoided that whole area. And I kind of avoided that whole area, too. And now it's actually cool to go through those. But that's kind of out of the way, because I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to go this way. Oh, and they also give you jump ball right off the start. Spring ball, jump ball. No bomb, though. So before those guys climb out of their hole, you see a little bit of dust come out. Just small thing, but just a little indicator that, like, hey, you're about to be in some kind of danger. Bonk. And we're here again. See, this is what this game does, though. This was a set piece. This is an iconic landmark that we couldn't do anything with the first time. But you saw it, and you remembered that. And just because it's where the game naturally led us between... It did subtly force us to go through down here. But then it suggested we go get this missile and go down this way, even though we didn't have to. And which dropped us right here, right back in front of this set piece again. That we can now do something with. But you don't have to. Again, I could go through here, and I could run through here, and I could go do other stuff. And I could go look through almost everywhere. I'm not sure what's blocked off. Those are still sealed doors, but I can get to the other side of it. Yeah, I could. Because I could get down here and I could just go this way and then climb up this way and I'm over here. So, like, it's a subtle thing to guide you? Well, maybe that's a little less subtle, but not as less subtle as, like, hey, here. It's a subtle thing to guide you, but still everything is open. You can go wherever. I'm gonna go this way, though. Even though there are probably things in other places that I could collect, let's just deal with this right now. Okay, so that's pain. And that broke, so we can go back up here. Oh, I can break that. Okay, we got a save room. Sure, why not? Let's save. Give me that. A missile plus tank. So usually our missile expansions have only given us, like, what, 2 missiles? Maybe 5. No, because we have 27 max, so it's been, like, I don't even know. I think 2. No, but 5 would make sense. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, the missile plus tanks give you 10. Just a nice boost every now and then, like, okay, yeah, get that good stuff. Oh, heck. Okay, so crumble block there, probably another crumble block down here. Call it pitfall block. I mean, I guess that's technically what it is. Ooh. A teleporter taking us here. We've been here before. So teleporters also exist. That's what the little diamonds on the map were. And oftentimes they'll tell you what teleporters are in an area before you actually know where they are. They do not tell you where they connect to, though. You just, when you look at the map, you'll see the little red diamond and go, okay, well, there's a red teleporter on here somewhere. Now, this is another means of them placing you approximately where you need to be. But also, hey, did you want to go back and, like, explore all this crap around here? Now's your chance. So I don't think we can go up. That's a little much. Purple is energy. Can't get any bullets down there. Oh, I can kill him. For what it's worth. Whoop. Okay, now that I got the friggin' wide beam, way easier to kill those things. I can get in here. Not that I can do anything in there. That thing on the other side looks kind of suspicious. What's going on with you? Oh, give me that. It is 2. Okay, so we got our save room. Oh, this is another neat little bit over here. Like, we couldn't get to that before. But it's just a nice little, hey, you probably want this. And you can get it now in order to lead you in the direction you need to go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, I'm not going to deal with that right now. I'm going to save, and I'm going to call it a day. That is the direction of progress, so that is where we're going to go. The goal is probably going to be to do our progress, and then maybe do a quick sweep, and see if we can find anything that we couldn't get before. This game is so amazing at teaching you where to go. Showing you where to go, leading you where to go, but they never restrict you into going that way. And it's the most subtle. It's, hey, you just got a new ability, and we're going to put an item over here you probably want, in an area you've already been at that we also subtly guided you to, and you probably want that item. So you're going to use that new ability that you're eager to use to go get that item in that place you've already been to that you were subtly guided back to, and now you've been subtly guided forward to get this item into a new section that's where you're supposed to be. It's an amazing job of it. Absolutely amazing. But they also never restrict you. Like, at this point, I can just go back, explore everything, go wherever I want. See if there's any items or anything anywhere. Whole map. Whatever, man. Until next time, everyone.